Alright, guys, we're going to be talking about a little fish tank conspiracy theory, even though it's true. I don't have all the footage, sadly. Clip Boys failed me, and I couldn't go back and get the clips because Daniel got the stream banned for a little bit. But here's essentially what happened. Early in the morning, after they got swatted, JETT comes and gives them goodies, kind of like a, sorry for getting swatted. Here's some gifts. So he gives them some vapes, got them some alcohol. And then he gives them a letter and tells them not to read it out loud. That's the clip I don't have, sadly. But the theories of what that letter is. I think it said, go into the garage, there's no cameras and weed. Or something to that effect of like, yo, there's no cameras in the garage. If you're going to smoke in there. And the reason why I believe that is because way later, it's like 3 a.m. their time. A lot of the contestants are asleep, but there's like 4 or 5 of them that are still awake downstairs. They leave to the garage for like a long time. And they also stayed in places where you couldn't see them with the cameras. And then eventually they come back, and the whole chat during the live was like, these people are baked as fuck. Like, they're boiling bacon at 3 a.m. Who eats food at 3 a.m. and is like tired and not talking? They're all super quiet. It was just so obvious that they just smoked out and got baked. Another reason why I believe this is true is because lots of people were getting banned in the chat talking about it. Comments were getting deleted. My account got banned for saying weed was legal in Rhode Island. Boom. I got banned by the moderator. So, the theory, the facts of the situation, y'all. JETT Neptune gave the fishes weed and told them to not stay inside. Alright, I guess going in the garage is still staying inside technically, but there's 2 rules. Stay inside, no weed. And JETT gave them weed because, I don't know. It makes sense. If they're already drinking alcohol and they gave them vapes, why wouldn't they give them weed? I think the weirdest part of this whole situation is the fact that, like, the producers of the show or whatnot, JETT, Sam, whoever, were trying to keep it such a secret and trying to keep it so on the down low. And I don't know. It was pretty obvious. It's not their fault that was obvious. It was the fish's fault. They did not handle their weed at all. They were all fucking being baked and weird as fuck. So it was like super obvious, but it is just a little bit confusing on why they were banning people in the chat talking about it and trying to keep it such a secret once the cat was already out of the bag, essentially. I haven't seen anyone talk about about this situation at all, to be honest, but yet alone the whole previous part to that morning when JETT gave him a letter telling them to, and he said, don't read this out loud, so they all passed it and read it. I think that's like the definite proof that the letter was like, yo, there's some weed. Everyone in the chat at the time, at like 3 a.m. when they were like boiling bacon and being weird, was just talking about how obvious it is that they're baked because they were clearly high as fuck. But no one really did talk about in the chat how much it makes sense. Like, obviously it's super obvious, but it makes sense. You give them alcohol, you give them nicotine. Why wouldn't you give them weed? They're already drinking and smoking. Might as well give them something else to smoke. But it is just really weird how the producers and moderators or whatnot were trying to keep it on the down low so much, banning fans talking about it, and the whole little note, like, don't read this out loud. It was weird. I don't know if they were trying to do that just to kind of like save the bit of the sign that says stay inside, no weed, or what the deal is with that situation.
Them both right. There are fish bucks in your future. If you get one right and one wrong, we won't tell you who that person is. So just be a little observant and just look at, I know you guys have only known each other for 5 days now, but look and see who's breaking the patterns. Yeah. That's all I'd say.